World War II was a massive global event that literally changed the face of the world as we know it. What many collectors have forgotten is that for a few short years, it also changed the face of American coinage, with the most famous coins being the special nickel struck from 1942 to 1945. Due to restrictions on the use of certain metals such as copper, nickel, and aluminum, these nickels were actually struck from silver. Yes, you heard me correctly. These are silver wartime nickels because, believe it or not, in the 1940s, at the height of World War II, copper, aluminum, and nickel were actually more valuable to the war effort than silver was. And like all of us, even the United States Mint had to do its part and conserve these materials for our boys overseas. This stunning collection is every single silver war nickel struck from 1942 to 1945. It was struck at all three major mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, in uncirculated condition. And that right there, what you're seeing right now, is what makes them so truly special. Not only did they move the location of the mint mark, it was the first time in U.S. mint history that we got the Philadelphia mint mark on an uncirculated coin. And that was because they needed a way for people to know that these coins were in fact struck from silver at a quick glance. Now, many of us today can easily tell just by looking at these coins that there's something special about them because they have a shine unlike any other. But when these coins first came out in 1942, they were still striking some of the coins in nickel before the shift took place. That meant that P mint mark being moved, as well as the D and the S, were very important for both collectors and the U.S. mint workers themselves. This stunning 11 coin collection is item number 905-7757. That's 905-7757. And at just $199.95. We are not only less than $9 per coin, you are also going to be saving more than $320 less than our nearest competition's prices. These coins are very hard to find today due to the fact that they were struck more than 79 years ago. And due to their silver content, many of these coins did not survive the test of time due to the many silver runs over the decades. We have all 11 coins in one beautiful collector's display, while also being more than 50% less than our nearest competitor's prices. You can give us a call tonight at 1-866-518-5933. Or if you don't want to use the phone tonight, that is totally fine. You can head on over to our website, which is abccoins.com. Then once you're there, you'll see a search bar on the right-hand side of the page. Just type into that 905-7757 and get yourself the complete war nickel set. All 11 silver nickels struck by the U.S. Mint from 1942 to 1945. Again, that item number is 905-7757. And these coins are so hard to find today. Just 1 year's 3-coin PDS set, the 1944, costs $1.50 more than our entire collection here tonight. Just those 3 coins is $201.50 with our competition. So that means when you add the $100 it costs for the 1945 coins, just those 6 are going to be more than $300. We've done the hard work for you of finding these hard to locate coins, because once collectors get their hands on them, they hardly ever leave a collection. Many of us feel there's a direct connection to many of our ancestors due to these coins. My grandfather served in World War II, and these coins were literally produced so that he would have an easier time getting supplies for his transportation unit. These are living, breathing pieces of not just United States Mint history, but World War II history as well, which is why they're so highly sought after today. And to understand how massive of an effort this was, they believe that between these nickels and the steel cents that they produced, they saved more than 40,000 pounds of tin and then more than enough copper to make 1.2 million artillery shells. To understand exactly what this was like would be if today the United States Mint produced two different coins in the same year and then made something else out of a metal that we would consider to be highly valuable. Something like gold, for instance, which has only maintained its stranglehold on being a highly valuable metal thanks to its many uses in the aerospace and aviation spheres. Silver, on the other hand, is almost never going to be put in circulation strike coins like these ever again. And that's because the value of silver is never ever going to dip below that of tin, copper, or aluminum ever again. And that's because we have a more ready access to those metals than ever before. Because if you remember, during World War II, we were rationing everything from meat to chocolate to even flour in certain periods. That's why even the United States Mint had to do their part. And doing so created not only U.S. Mint firsts and lasts, the only silver war nickels ever made, it also created a true blue U.S. Mint first, the first time the Philadelphia Mint mark was ever used on a coin. That makes them some of the most sought after coins in the entire nickel series. Case in point, if you look at just the price of the Philadelphia coins, you are looking at well over $212 for just those 4 coins. This is the entire 11 coin set, all for just $199.95. And at that price, we are more than $25 less per coin for just those Philadelphia Mint issues. It's the Denver and San Francisco ones that can get really expensive due to their relative scarcity. Because you also have to remember, this is 1942. While it isn't the heyday of penny candy like we all used to believe it was, the nickel still had some pretty serious buying power compared to what it has today. That meant that these coins were also heavily used as everyday currency, which means uncirculated pieces are almost unheard of today. That's why this collection with our competition is $520, if you even manage to find all 11 of these coins in uncirculated condition. It typically takes us 3 to 4 coin shows just to find enough coins to fill up a few of these collections. It's why once collectors get their hands on them, they hardly ever leave the collection. And tonight we are just $199.95 for each of these stunning sets with every single silver war nickel ever made in the beautiful fan favorite capital holder. The only downside with this product tonight is we have a limited number of complete sets and the phone lines are very backed up. If you're still waiting to speak to one of our operators, please don't hang up. You don't know when you're going to get this chance again. We'll get to you as soon as we can. But that being said, we have a lot more coins to show you tonight, so let's see what we have coming up next.